Hello y'all, Miss Steele here. So we are right at the end of the year, and I thought it'd be really fun, since we're leading into summer, to make some really colorful suns that we could hang up. So this project is kind of whatever you have with you to help you color it in or paint it in. You want a piece of paper, mine is square shaped. You want some sort of circle to trace, or you can draw your own circle. I just like to grab what I have around just to make it easier for me. And then you want something to color in with. So I have actually some paints, and once my paint's dry, I'm going to layer on some oil pastels. So if you have paints, you can definitely use paints. If you have markers and crowns, you can use that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with trying to get this in the center as much as I can, and this is going to be the center of my sun. So I want to paint in or color in this area first. And you want to try to stick to some yellow colors. You could use some oranges. I think I'm going to add in some reds. I'm already making a mess. No surprise there. And if you see, I have quite a few different colors, and I'll show you why in 1 second. So first I want to work on getting this all painted in yellow. And if you don't have paints, you could always just use markers. You could use crowns for this. You could use whatever you have. And then I think I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow and a little bit of my red, which will make like an orange. And I'm going to add on some over here to the edge. Whew, this red's strong. I'm going to work on getting this painted in. I'm going to add a little more yellow to it. And this is going to be my sun in the center. Got a little more orange than I was expecting, but that is okay. So first you want to focus on getting your sun all colored in a way that you like. I think I'm going to go in with my yellow and kind of swirl it. And I can also layer on other colors as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start dipping into my color and going all the way around and adding on stripes coming out. And I'm going to do this actually using all of the different paints that I have until I have this completely filled in. So for you, that could look like using markers. That could look like using crowns, colored pencils. I have paint, and I just grabbed some different colors of paint. And now I'm just going in, honestly not thinking too much, not even really cleaning my brushes in between colors, because I'm just kind of dipping and painting, dipping and painting. So I'm going to go through and go around my sun and keep adding in some of these colors until I get it all the way filled in. And you can see which colors I grabbed, but you could grab whatever colors you have or whatever colors you really like. I just kind of grabbed some random colors that I liked. And I'm going to try to keep going around until I get this completely colored in. And then I can go back with my oil pastels, or you could go back with whatever you're using, and add on some more layers of colors and some more layers of details. I like to have some different brushes ready so I can go back and I don't have to worry about cleaning off my brushes. But again, you can do whatever works for you. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to keep working on getting some of these little gaps filled in. Going in with some different colors. Grabbing out some different brushes. So once I get this all filled in, we will move on to our next step. Alright, so I basically have my paper completely covered. I'm going to consider this done. And I want this to go dry before I layer on my next layer. So if you're using paints, you want to give it a second to dry. I'm going to go find a safe place for this to dry, and then we'll finish it up by adding on some more layers of colors and details using our oil pastels. Alright, so I grabbed my painting. It's not 100% dry, but it's mostly dry. And what I want to do is I want to grab a darker color, and I'm going to actually outline my sun in this color. Like I said, still drying a little bit. So I'm going to try to be gentle with it. But I'm going to outline my sun so it kind of really stands out. Like that. Maybe go through and add some lines around it. And then I'm basically going to do the same thing I did with the colors. So I'm going to layer on some oil pastels. Sometimes I like to add a little swirl to the inside too. That's up to you. Layering on some, maybe go back with some white. And again, we're just adding in some more color using a different type of texture. Going through, kind of creating that swirl going in, but I'm layering on some white like that. And then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to add in, using some of my colors, some more lines going all the way around. You can use darker colors or lighter colors. But I'm basically going to follow what I did earlier, but now I'm just adding in some stripes using my oil pastels. And you could do this using, you know, colored pencils and markers, crowns and markers. That's kind of up to you. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to use these and I'm going to try to fill in any of the little white spots I might have hanging out. Try to get this completely filled in. And then my abstract style of sun will be finished. So I'm going to go through and keep filling this in, and then we'll look at it once it's all done. I'm getting some paint on my oil pastels. Alright, so I went around with some oil pastels. I added some lines, some shading here and there. I added in some stripes going down, and I'm going to consider this done. My abstract sun, looking forward to summer, is finished. I can't wait to see how your guys' come out, and I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, your evening, your afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Bye!